Hi YouTube. I wanted to share with you some of the ways we use thematic units in our school. Every day we have a circle time. We usually start with pledges, then we do our Bible time together, and then we have a circle time. And we sit down and sometimes we sing songs, sometimes I read them poems. We like to do finger plays where they get to interact and talk about the theme of the week. And our first week back to school, our theme is back to school. So I just wanted to show you, I have some props here that I wanted to show you that I'm going to share with them. The way I handle thematic units is I use what I have on hand or what I can get from the library, or if something just looks awesome that the Dollar Tree has, I might pick it up. But I'm pretty much frugal. I don't go out and just buy things just for the sake of buying them. I like to use what I have on hand. So I'm going to show you what we have that goes with back to school. The first thing is our little people collection. We have the big school bus. We have the little school bus, which this came from Big Lots, and also got the school from Big Lots, and I think this was like $15 maybe. We got it one Christmas for the kids. We have a big little people collection because they love them. So my kids are 3 and 6, and we play with these. These you can get at Walmart, Target. Don't go out and buy it, but if you have it, it's fun to use during this time. Then we have a collection of little students. We have the girl with the raincoat. Most of these have backpacks on. We have Michael, his little backpack. We have two, I think these are Becky. The little people do have names, and so we have 2 of those. And then we have the teacher. We have a crossing guard. We have a bus driver. We also have a couple of wheelchairs for any kids that are needing a wheelchair. We have those too, and they fit in the school bus, so that's fun. So that's one thing we're going to do is do little people back to school. That'll be like a little center we'll do. We might use them if I can find some songs about going back to school, the wheels on the bus. You know, we could sing that and use our little people to dance or whatever. Then the next thing is we have 2 read-along books or read-out-loud books that we're going to do. I've got this from the library, and it comes with a CD, so we're going to listen to it. We'll also read it throughout the week. We'll talk about how this is the kissing hand, and it has Chester as the little raccoon that's going to school, and he's nervous, and so it's all about him and how his mom is going to kiss his hand, and he's going to carry her kiss with him all day long. You know, we'll compare and contrast our school with Chester's school, because Chester goes to school at night. We go to school during the day. You know, his teacher's Miss Owl or Mr. Owl. I'm the teacher here. You know, we'll just talk about how our school is alike, how it's different, and just it's a good way to talk about school in general. And another one is a book on cassette I have along with the book that a friend of mine gave me. And it's called Miss Nelson is Missing, I think. And it's a funny story to me because it's about how the nice Miss Nelson, the kids weren't behaving. And so then the mean substitute comes and she gets them in line, and then Miss Nelson comes back and they're like, oh, you're back, you know, and they behave better for her. So I just think that's a cute little story, and I think my kids will really like it, especially since we did butt heads last year some. So hopefully we will not have to bring out a mean substitute. I don't think we will. But anyway, I also have this little puppet. My mother-in-law gave us this, and it's just a little raccoon puppet. I thought it'd be perfect to bring out with our kissing hand. So that's that. And we also have, I'm sorry, I'm sticking around here, some little activities we're going to do. I found this on Teachers Pay Teachers, I think. It's a little kissing hand, little craft we're going to do. We'll probably do it throughout the week, and what I'm going to do is have them put their handprint with a little heart on it, and the raccoon's going to hold it. I thought that would be cute. I found this on makinglearningfun.com. They love to do the do-a-dot marker activities, and so I thought that would be a fun thing for them to do this week. And I also have, like at circle time, I love to have little things that we can talk about during that time. It's just a good little morning meeting time. We go over our calendar and just anything I want them to be thinking about. This week we're going to go over kind of like what our expectations are in school for behavior and that kind of thing, doing your work and you know, being respectful of others, being kind. We do need that. And even in our little school of 3, we need a rehearsal of that almost daily because they're siblings and there's some rivalry there. So I found this and I just printed it out for myself. This one is, I think someone used these as anchor charts, but this is Peace Breakers. And it has the little guy from Know David, the book series with him. And I might try to see if I can find that too about him going back to school. But this one is Peace Breakers, and it's like what you do to break the peace. You don't listen, hit and kick, make messes, don't follow the rules. And then they also have the Peacemakers, and it's people who are kind and compassionate, help others, use their manners, share, raise your hand, which we don't always have to raise our hand, but sometimes we do, because when you have 3 kids talking at one time, it makes it hard for anyone to hear anything. Follow the rules, talk quietly, clean up without being asked, that kind of thing. Another thing is First Grade Rocks. My son is doing first grade, and I just thought this little poem would be fun to go over with him, just to kind of get him excited. In this one, every student comes to school with a brain for learning, a smile to make others feel good, a heart for caring, sharing, helping others. And then what the teacher comes to school with. And it's a smile to make others feel good, a brain for teaching and learning, ears, eyes, and a heart for listening to your stories and problems. I just want them to know that even though, you know, when those times when we are butting heads, I just hope and pray that we can work that out respectfully toward each other, and with having compassion toward them this year. So I want them to know that I'm coming prepared with that. And then this is one I found. It goes to the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and it's about the kissing hand. I love to bring out things that relate back to our story of the week. And we read other stories. Usually we go to the library on the first day of the week for story time there. And when we're there, I usually, while the kids are playing after story time, they have computers and a dollhouse and different things they can use. I love to go and pick out a bunch of different books that relate back to our topic about school. So it could be school, it could be teachers, school buses, anything that relates back to the topic. And we'll read those usually before quiet time in the afternoon, after our school day is done, but a good little time when we all get together and before everyone goes to a quiet spot for an hour and a half or so. It's just a fun way to, I don't know, get together and still kind of be thinking of that theme that we have going all week long. Anyway, so I thought I'd share that. Also, one more thing, I might pull in this week for science, we might talk about forest animals, just because Chester the raccoon is a raccoon, and we'll talk about, I might get books that relate to raccoons since he's a raccoon. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this little thing, and I'll hope to bring y'all more things as we go through themes throughout the year. And I might post a little blurb on here at the end of next week to let you know how it went and kind of show you what we made and what we did that went with this back to school theme. Happy back to school. Bye-bye.